Thank you all for coming, and welcome to the Stockton Polling Institute. My job here, as always, is to introduce the president, who we did a little polling ahead of time. Just a little test. Just a little test. And fortunately, you're a president whose favorability ratings are going up. So it's all good. So without further ado, the president of Stockton College, Dr. Herman Saatkamp.
Thank you, Dan. We seem to be cutting a lot of ribbons lately. Yesterday we were in Manahawkin, and quite a few of these people here were with us there for opening a satellite campus in Manahawkin. Today we're really pleased to have a number of special guests with us. Senator Chris Connors from District 9 is here. Now, Chris is also a graduate of Stockton. I did notice he's not wearing his pin, but he is a graduate. And Assemblyman Brian Rump is here, and Assemblywoman Diane Gove is here as well, who has family ties to Stockton, right? Bob Geist, who's representing Congressman Frank Lobiondo, is here. And I thought Frank Schultz was going to be here representing Senator Bob Menendez. Do we have someone representing Senator Menendez? Okay, good. And is Senator Chris Brown, someone representing Chris Brown from our District 2? Not here yet either. I want to thank a number of people. This is the Stockton Polling Institute in the William J. Hughes Center for Public Policy. And I want to begin by thanking the founding executive director of the Hughes Center, which is Sharon Schulman, and our former provost, David Carr, who is here. And, yes, please. And our current provost, Harvey Kesselman, for pulling all this together and making it possible. Now, of course, I also need to thank Dan Douglas, who is the executive director of the Hughes Center, who's pulled all this together in a remarkable way. I want to thank you very much. John Frungen and Corin Wilsey also have done really remarkable work for us. Now, you may remember that we've had a partnership with Zogby Polling, and we now are able to sort of open the door to our own polling institute. Zogby has worked well with us in the past, but now we have ramped up our own expertise, our own abilities, so that we will have our own polling institute here at Stockton. What this does is it enhances the voice of Stockton in southern New Jersey, but it also enhances the voice of southern New Jersey in terms of polling. We'll be doing not just political polling, but we'll be doing polling that is also industry specific, and that might be polling that would relate to various community engagements features as well. We're able to offer an educational experience to our students. I think we have something like 24 polling places here, and we have 50 students that would be involved. When I was at IU and Texas A&M, there they had long-established polling institutes. And one of my great pleasures every year was speaking to the students who were doing the polling. And for some reason, I got tagged each year to go in and give sort of the pep talk and how to do things and the like. And it was incredible because the students learned a great deal about polling, polling techniques, how to ask the questions, what the shape of the question is. Interesting puzzles sometimes when the person on the other end, instead of answering the question, ask a question about it. And they learned how to deal with those situations as well. One of the nice things for the area will be the sons and daughters of the families living in southern New Jersey who will be making these calls. And that actually helps greatly. It helps train the sons and daughters in terms of the patterns of polling and the rigor of polling. But it also means that it's really hard to say no to someone when they're a student at Stockton and they're working here and they say, look, I'm calling for this poll, and I'm a student at Stockton, and here are the questions we're about to ask. So it's hard. You get much better results in terms of the number of responses. Now, the other thing that's really nice is that since we did polling with an outside organization, we have now built the expertise on our faculty and staff that enable us to do the polling ourselves. And that's a remarkably nice feature. I was just with a foundation board meeting the other night, and we were talking about how we might, in fact, use the polling center here for our annual fund drive. So this will get a lot of uses as well. Now, this is another way for us to sort of both plant a flag and wave it in terms of our community engagement and how we work within the community. The Hughes Center, from its very beginning, has always really relied on the guidance, wisdom, and support of Ambassador Hughes. And if we did a polling on Ambassador Hughes' favorability rate, we would have the first in American history of 110% approval rate. And then we would have to explain our methodology and other sorts of things of that nature. But Bill and Nancy have been really great supporters of the college, and it's my great honor to invite Bill to come to the podium. Bill?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Even my mother doesn't say things like that about me. But thank you. You are ready for the diplomatic corps. Anyway, thank you so much for those remarks, and it's good to be with our legislative delegation that's moved into our area now a little bit. It reminds me of, I was just mentioning that one time my congressional district went from Island Heights in Ocean County all the way to Cape May and all over to Pennsville up to Deepwater, beyond Deepwater to Bridgeport. And I guess we're almost back to that level today with a new redistricting plan. Yeah. But it's good to see our legislative delegation and learn their connection with Southern New Jersey. Of course, I knew Len Connors very, very well, Chris's dad, and he was a great member of our legislature for many, many years. But this is another plateau for Stockton. And I've got to congratulate Herman and Harvey and their administrative team, and because actually they're building. I mean, yesterday was a great day in Ocean County, opening a new facility there. And this week, Stockton went up in the ratings as one of the finest colleges in the country. So it's a win-win. But it takes the kind of building that Herman Saatkamp has brought, basically, to the college. It's amazing what Stockton has done just in a very few short years. Can you imagine 40 years? And the Polling Institute is a natural progression for the Public Policy Center. And I think Herman, you indicated back in 2005 that was your dream, to basically move it in that direction. And polling, I don't have to tell you, is a major part of our landscape today. Political landscape, economic landscape, and to be able to have that capability in-house is a win-win for everyone. Our region will benefit from it immensely. There's no question our student body will benefit. I mean, they're going to be involved. I mean, they know the demographics of the area. They know our cultural habits. And so it's a natural progression. Zogby International was a good way to start. But we have arrived with a new polling institute. And it will be one of, I think, the treasures. We will be able to develop our own credibility in polling. Now, as you indicate, Mr. President, we can only plant the flag but wave it. And I think it's just a wonderful day for Southern New Jersey and for Stockton College. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to ask Bill and Nancy join me as we cut the ribbon for the polling center, and I'll ask our legislative representatives to stand behind us to take a picture.